Here is a thinking problem from Unit 2, Rates of Change. Question 14. The absolute value of function f of x equals to absolute of x. Share characteristics similar to those of quadratic function. One distinct difference between the two functions is that the instantaneous rate of change can be estimated for every value of x in the domain of quadratic function, whereas the instantaneous rate of change cannot be estimated for every value of x in the domain of absolute value function. Show that the instantaneous rate of change cannot be estimated at x equals to 0 for f of x equals to absolute x. Okay, this question sometimes comes under communication skills also. Okay, now here remember something. Let's first sketch it and try to see what the position is, right? Absolute x function is like this. Correct? Now, I'll try to explain you from two sides. One is making tangent, right? Now that is the point where x is equal to 0, correct? Now here you can make how many tangents? You can make a tangent like this, you can make a tangent like this. Do you see? You can make tangent. Even these lines are tangent at this point, right? There is no specific tangent here. So which slope to consider? So this is kind of a vertex, a corner. At corners we really can't make a tangent and we can't find instantaneous rate of change. That's one thing to remember, and that's also a solution or answer to this question. Now from instantaneous rate of change point of view, we see it like this. If we approach 0 from positive side, that means considering this part, the quadrant 2. So if we approach 0 from positive side, what is the slope? You take rise over run, right? And then you find that the slope is, so on this side, quadrant 2, let me say quadrant 2, the slope is -1. At every point, you may come very, very close to it. Even then, any point you choose is a straight line. So it has a constant slope of -1. But when we approach from the quadrant 1 side, from the right side, that means here we are approaching where x approaches 0 from the negative side. Now consider x approaching 0 from positive side. That means you are in quadrant 1, right? Here we see that the slope in quadrant 1 is always +1. Do you see that? +1. So we approach a value which is +1 from one side and -1 from the other side. Basically we approach at two different values. We don't really approach to a single value which could be considered as the instantaneous rate of change at that point. Perfect? That is why we do not have any instantaneous rate of change or defined instantaneous rate of change at x equals to 0 for absolute function. Okay? That is the explanation for this. Thank you.